2017, I went on a mission trip to La Biznaga, Mexico, and it was a lot different than I expected it to be. I figured it would be more of me and people I would know, but it wasn't people. I went with people I'd never met before, and a lot of it was doing things that I never thought you would ever do. Like, we went around to people's houses and we're like handing them flour and bread and food, and they would like welcome us in, and we'd be able to walk into the house and talk with them. And in America, if you walk up to somebody's house and you like ask them to, hey, can we like, give you some bread, or they'd be like, why? They would really be questioning it, but these people were so inviting us in. And then at the end, we'd ask if we could pray for them. We're like, yeah, absolutely. And it was such a cool experience to be able to connect people with people there in ways that you wouldn't be able to in America. For me, I didn't really know anybody on the mission trip, which made me kind of nervous because I was going to a place I'd never been before that was very far from home, and I didn't know anybody there. So what that gave me, though, was the chance to connect and experience what God was doing both in Mexico and in the community there. And I was able to kind of see that unfiltered for the first time, that you can't really get back here.
So you said 6 months.
Yeah.
What led you to go back for that long?
The reason I wanted to go back for so long is for a long duration of time is because of the ability to, I started questioning if I wanted to be a pastor a few months ago after I got back from Mexico. So I decided I needed to find something to figure that out. And I feel like Mexico for me was not only an incredible spiritual experience, but they're going to be able to give me the hands-on experience that I need to decide whether or not I'm going to pursue the pastoral degree or go into ministry full-time as a job.
Here at Kingsway, we're doing the big push for mission trips. And you got to play a part in that in the past. And so what somebody who's debating, like kind of trying to figure out if God's really calling them to a short-term mission trip at Kingsway, what would you tell that person?
You're going to meet people that you would never have been able to meet before in your life. You're going to be able to hear their stories, and their stories that you would never be able to experience before in your life. And there's stories in people that will be able to change your life and make you look at things differently because you'll understand a little bit more about what goes on. I remember one of the devotions that week, it was talking about how Jesus left us to be his disciples, to show people who he was. And it asked at the very end of it how I felt, and I was like, just inadequate. There's no way I can be who Jesus was or be close to that standard. So there's always going to be feelings of inadequacy that come along with doing anything that you've never done before or trying to measure up to somebody as great as Jesus, but ultimately it lies in do what you can and you'll be rewarded for what you can do.